Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha Kodesh. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And Lord willing, this is just going to be a quick exhortation video. I was watching a lesson that was done by the elder Manatzah Ba, and I believe it was titled something along the lines of ankle monitors and putting away childish things. But as I was watching the video, he mentioned something, right? He mentioned about pretty much just living a simple life, not doing too much, and just it's okay to just repeat the boring stuff, right? I mean, the routines, I should say. And here, especially in Babylon and other parts of the world as well, life is set up in that form of routine, right? You're conditioned to live in that routine lifestyle from when you're young, whether it's going to school, coming back, doing your homework, that kind of thing. And as you progress through the school system, it slightly differs, but maybe you join some sports or activity program, then that becomes a part of your routine. But all in all, when you grow, it transitions from school to work, right? So there's always a routine that you are in, and you do it. You wake up the next day, you repeat, right? Rinse and repeat. And every now and then you get small pockets of time where you can maybe indulge in something that might not be in your routine, but you can only afford so many of those. But the point is, in this truth, especially with the situation we're in now, that's really the best way to go. Okay, avoiding the superfluity, right? The superfluous activities that are not really beneficial. Okay, and especially those that can potentially lead to you being in a harmful position. Okay, because it is needful for us to do our job, to fulfill our roles, right? To serve in this ministry of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai. And the Lord, through his grace and mercy, has granted us leeway to some extent where, you get some form of normalcy living your life. But also, your priority is really teaching the word of the Lord. Okay, but that's how you stay out of trouble. Okay, because anything that you get into that hinders your productivity to the Lord, that's an issue. Okay, that's an issue. And why is that an issue? That's an issue because the Lord brought you in here to do his work. And if because of your actions, that is now being hindered, that's a problem. Right. So sometimes, you just got to chill, just chill. Sometimes just stay home, relax and just chill, man. It's not all the time that you have to be outside or, be here or be there and all of that. Sometimes, you just do what you got to do and go back home. Okay, you take some of that extra time and just relax. And also, just because you have free time doesn't mean you have to be doing something. Sometimes your body, when you think about rest, most of the time you think about actually just sleeping. But sometimes just relaxing, just either reading or sitting down, I don't know, just go into the park or something like that. It's beneficial. Okay, which it's important to at least have some decent hobby, right? Something that you can do, because the scriptures tell you that, right? And there's that saying, an idle mind is the devil's playground. So when you run out of things to do, that's when the mischievous thoughts start to creep in. So it's definitely important to be occupied, but the scriptures also tell us that a false balance is an abomination to the Lord. So and much study is weariness of the flesh. So there's only so much. There's only so much you can do when it comes to doing the work. Right? You do your lessons, you do your reading, your studying, but you can't do that 24/7. Right? There's still another part that your life, basically. And in that, it's important to have some outlet, some avenue, something that you enjoy doing, and preferably something chill. Not like some some secret wicked activity that is like dangerous, because then that's not wise at all. But just something chill that just keeps you occupied. Okay, so now let me get at you a couple of precepts here. I want to start off with the book of Proverbs, chapter 26, verse 17, because for some of us, right, you had to teach yourself to think differently, right, when you came into this truth, right? Certain things you would normally do or you were used to doing, you have to train yourself to realize that, hey, that wasn't good practice, right? Let it go. Don't get involved in that. Take the low road. It doesn't mean you're a coward. There's something called using wisdom. All of these things you had to learn, right? And it saves you a lot of trouble when you apply wisdom in this life, because there are a lot of twists and turns, and I see why the Lord blessed us with actual wisdom, because that is really our most formidable attribute or trait or skill or defense, however you want to place it, that we have now. It's like I forget the term for it. If it comes back, I'll make reference to it. But this is Proverbs 26 and 17. He that passeth by and meddleth with strife, belonging not to him, is like one that taketh a dog by the ears. And so, meaning, he that passeth by and meddleth with strife, belonging not to him, right? So you're getting involved in matters, particularly strife, right, which is either like an argument or some conflict or altercation that has nothing to do with you. But you go and you meddle in there, you go and get involved, you go and interfere. That's like you grabbing a dog by its ears. What do you think? Because a dog's ears are very sensitive, like a cat's tail. They're very sensitive. So when you grab that's threatening to the dog, and chances are you might get a bite. That dog might take a bite or two out of you, right? Because you're triggering them. That's like if you as a human being, there's certain parts of your body that are very sensitive that you guard, and whenever you see or feel any threats coming near those areas, you immediately, even by reflex, you pry away that threat, right? If your stones, for example, right? There's law on that. If you feel any threat coming towards that area, you're quick to protect. Same, men, women, whatever, there's sensitive parts of your body that you're very quick to protect. Well, dogs and the ears of dogs are like that. So here it's likening you, and the NLT reads, interfering in someone else's argument is as foolish as yanking a dog's ears. You got no business doing that, because that is a very streamlined way to get yourself hurt. Now, if you mind your own business and you live that simple life where you're staying out of trouble, if there's no need for you to get involved, you don't. Then you're good. It's the same as sitting next to the dog without touching the ears, without going to ear. It says taketh a dog by the ears. That's different from petting a dog, right? So, there are numerous scriptures, which I'm going to get a couple more, but they all emphasize the point of staying out of trouble. Sadly, Babylon teaches you the opposite. The exciting things in life are the troublous ones. No, that's not good. If you get excited off of that, then you need to rewire your mind, because that's not good. That is not good. It's all fun and games until the consequences come. That's not going to be too exciting. Right? This is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 11, verse 10. My son, meddle not with many matters, for if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent. And if thou follow after, thou shalt not obtain, neither shalt thou escape by fleeing. So when you go and you start getting involved in all these different matters, things that don't concern thee, and you're there, everything that's going on, you got your nose in it. Guess what? Eventually, something is going to go wrong, and you won't be able to escape, because you got too much time on your hands. And that's fine if you use your time wisely and productively. But if you're just using it for vanity and just to get into things because you're bored, or you're not using it wisely, you can end up in some serious trouble, man. And that can jeopardize your salvation. The best way, the Hawashai said, hold that fast which thou hast, right? One of the best ways to do that is to live a simple life. Live that routine life. Hey, if you have a routine that works for you, you're able to do your lessons, you're able to stay in the spirit, you're able to accomplish the other things you need to do. Whether it's, you go into the gym, you're working, whatever it is, and that works for you, keep on with it. Because that is that's like when you're running, and if it's like a long distance, and you finally catch that pace, that comfortable pace, but it's not, you're not slowing down and you're not wasting energy by speeding up unnecessarily. You're just at a cruise mode until you get to that finish line where you can just give it your all. So in this ministry, being that it's not a sprint but a marathon, once you hit that routine, you're good. Keep it in cruise mode. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Because what it is that we're fighting for is that valuable that we can't afford to jeopardize it. And for what? So lastly, I want to get this precept here. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 30, verse 8. And it reads, remove far from me vanities and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me, lest I be full and deny thee, and say, who is the Lord? Or lest I be poor and steal, and take thy name, or take the name of my God in vain. See? And that's a very wise request right there, because having that balance of not being so poor that you can't focus on anything else but how you can survive, and also not being so rich that your mind is constantly filled with ways of spending those riches to where you're distracted. And you don't have somebody that's always full never has the hunger for food, right? They don't have that appetite like they would, like somebody who's not always fed, right? If you're always fed before you even get hungry, you're not gonna have that drive. And that's the case here with when you have too much riches. Everything is right there. So you don't have that motivation or that drive to push this word, because you're saturated with vanity. You're saturated with all the things that you can get. Cheap dopamine. You don't have to work for anything. And with those comes distractions. There's a saying, right? More money, more problems. So you want that balance. You want that balance right in between that keeps you right in the right mindset. Okay, so that's pretty much it on this lesson. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. Just keep it simple. Live a nice, simple, straightforward life. Rinse and repeat. And when we get to the kingdom, then you good. You do whatever. You wake up today and you want to go to Mars, hey, go ahead. But for now, we gotta really lock in, discipline ourselves, and at least appreciate what the Lord has given you here to hold on until the time is here. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakha Kodash. And until next time, Shalom.